You do not have to hold it all for one more hour. Set the weight down as much as you can for this moment. Dear heart, you have been trying to solve too many things at once. The bills, the unanswered message, the strain in your chest, the tired face in the mirror, the fear that if you stop managing, everything will slip further than you can recover. Beloved, you have been carrying this as though it all depends on you, as though if your mind does not keep turning, if your hands do not keep reaching, if your heart does not stay alert, then something important will collapse. That kind of pressure wears a soul thin. It makes rest feel unsafe. It makes silence feel suspicious. It makes even kindness hard to accept. Precious one, listen to me now. I can support you here, not only when you become calmer, not only when you know exactly what to ask for, not only when you have the right words for your fear. Here, in this scattered state, here with your thoughts crossing over each other, with your body tired, with your hope trying not to disappear. My child, I know what happens when strain becomes constant. You begin to believe you are the only one keeping your life from falling apart. You begin to treat every unfinished task like a personal accusation. You begin to think, if I ask for support, I will be a burden. You begin to fear that if you admit how overwhelmed you are, you will finally have to face how little control you really have. Sweet soul, that fear is understandable. But carrying everything alone has not made you safer. It has only made you lonelier inside your own life. There is a point where strength stops being strength and becomes silent self-neglect. You are nearer to that point than you have wanted to admit. Loved one, I do not say this to shame you. I say it with gentleness. Because your tiredness is not a moral failure. Your reaching limit is not weakness. Your need for support does not mean you have done life badly. It means you are human. It means the load is real. It means your soul has been asking for room to exhale. Dear heart, you have been trying to think your way out of emotional exhaustion. You have been trying to organize away what is also ache. You have been trying to stay composed so no one notices how near to tears you sometimes are. You have been telling yourself to be grateful, to keep perspective, to stop being dramatic. But the nervous system does not calm down because you lecture it. The heart does not steady because you shame it. And the parts of you that feel frayed do not heal faster because you refuse to acknowledge them. Beloved, there is a softer way. I can meet you in practical need. I can meet you in mental clutter. I can meet you in emotional fatigue. I can meet you in the places where you no longer know what comes first. Not by waving away every problem at once, not by pretending nothing hurts, but by becoming a steadier place for you than panic has been. Precious one, the first thing I want to do for you is lessen the inner noise. Because when fear gets loud, everything starts to feel equally urgent. The small thing, the big thing, the future thing, the imagined thing, the thing from yesterday, the thing from years ago. All of it piles together until you can barely tell what actually needs attention now. That confusion is part of the burden. My dear one, when you come close to me, I begin untangling. Not always by giving you a full answer immediately. Sometimes by helping you notice what is not yours to carry tonight. Sometimes by quieting the made-up disasters your mind keeps rehearsing. Sometimes by guiding you toward the next simple thing, not the entire mountain. That is a form of care too. Loved one, you are not failing because you need smaller steps. You are not behind because you need clearer priorities. You are not weak because your body and mind are asking for gentleness. In fact, part of what has exhausted you is trying to move through life without honoring your real limits. You keep asking yourself for more than a tired person can give. Then you judge yourself for not meeting those impossible demands. Sweet soul, no wonder you feel worn down. No wonder joy has been harder to access. No wonder ordinary tasks sometimes feel like climbing against the wind. This is what overwhelm does. It does not only fill the schedule, it distorts perspective. It narrows hope. It makes the future look heavier than it actually is. Dear child, I can guide you back to proportion. Not everything deserves the same level of concern. Not every thought speaks truth. Not every fear is a forecast. Not every delay is disaster. That does not mean your problems are unreal. It means fear has been enlarging them until you forget you are more than this hard season. Beloved, you do not need to become fearless tonight. You only need to stop appointing fear as your advisor. There is another way to move through this, a steadier way, a kinder way, a way that allows for uncertainty without collapsing under it. Dear heart, perhaps what you need most right now is not a sudden miracle in every circumstance. Perhaps what you need first is inner steadiness strong enough to meet the circumstances without being consumed by them. That steadiness can grow, not in performance, not in pretending, not in pushing yourself past every signal your body gives. It grows when you stop fighting the truth of your weariness and allow yourself to be held inside it. Precious one, I know you have thought, no one can really fix this. And in one sense you are right. There may be responsibilities that remain yours, conversations you must have, choices you must make, real limits in time, energy, money, or emotional capacity. I do not erase reality. I walk with you inside it. And that changes things. Because when panic stops being your companion, wisdom becomes easier to hear. When shame loosens, you can ask for support without feeling ruined. When your heart softens, you can make better decisions than the ones made under constant pressure. My dear one, I can strengthen what has felt thin. I can remind you of what matters most. I can interrupt the spiral before it drags you deeper. I can restore small pieces of life in you that strain has covered over. Sometimes the care I bring looks like unexpected peace. Sometimes it looks like a timely conversation. Sometimes it is the courage to stop pretending. Sometimes it is clarity about one next step. Sometimes it is rest that reaches deeper than sleep alone. Loved one, there is no shame in needing all of that. You have been so careful to appear capable, so determined to not need too much, so practiced in saying, I'm fine, when your inner world has been anything but fine. That habit has protected you in certain places, but it has also kept you from the tenderness your heart has needed. Sweet soul, I can hold what you have hidden, the tears you push back, the resentment you feel guilty for feeling, the exhaustion you disguise as busyness, the fear that life may stay hard longer than you feel able to endure. Bring me the unedited version, not the cleaned up one, not the strong one, not the spiritual sounding one, the true one. That is the one I can meet most deeply. Beloved, I am not disturbed by your mess. I do not turn away from your confusion. I do not require a polished heart before I draw near. I know the room you have been living in inside. Papers scattered, thoughts scattered, energy scattered, hope flickering like a candle trying to stay lit in a restless draft. Come closer anyway. You do not have to straighten everything first. Dear heart, one reason you are so tired is that you have been trying to carry tomorrow before it arrives. You have been borrowing worry from the future, trying to solve scenarios that have not happened, preparing for losses that may never come, rehearsing conversations that may unfold differently than fear predicts. This kind of mental labor is invisible, but it is heavy, and it has been draining strength you need for the present moment. My child, I can help you return to what is actually here. This day, this room, this body, this one decision, this one conversation, this 1 hour. When your mind starts scattering across 10 futures, I can call you back to the ground beneath your feet. That grounding does not solve everything, but it keeps you from drowning in what has not happened. Precious one, I want to offer you another understanding of support. Support is not always being rescued from responsibility. Sometimes it is being steadied so responsibility no longer crushes you. Sometimes it is strength for the hard conversation. Sometimes it is wisdom to postpone what can wait. Sometimes it is comfort that keeps despair from taking over the night. Sometimes it is simply the assurance that your life is not hanging by one frayed thread held only by your effort. My dear one, that last part matters. You have been living as though every outcome rests entirely on you. That belief has made your shoulders tight. It has made joy feel irresponsible. It has made rest feel earned only after perfect performance. But your life has never been sustained by your effort alone. You matter. Your choices matter. Your responsibility matters. Yes, but you are not the sole keeper of everything. Loved one, what if tonight you allowed that truth to soften you a little? What if the world did not need you to stay braced every moment? What if some things could remain unfinished until morning? What if exhaustion is not your cue to push harder, but your invitation to come nearer to steadier care? These are gentle questions. You do not have to answer them all at once. Sweet soul, there may be practical help available too, and I often work through ordinary means. A wise friend, a needed boundary, a revised plan, a slower pace, a clearer no, a humble request, a doctor care, a counselor room, a day of rest you stop believing you are allowed to need. Do not despise the ordinary forms of support. They are often part of how I carry people. Beloved, you are worthy of that kind of care, not because you have earned it through collapse, not because you are useful, not because you have finally become desperate enough, but because your life has value, because your heart matters, because depletion should not be your native state, because I delight in bringing relief to what has been overstrained. Dear heart, you may not feel instantly lighter after hearing this. Sometimes comfort enters slowly. Sometimes the body needs time to believe it is allowed to unclench. Sometimes the soul, after long pressure, can only rest in small increments. That is all right. Small relief is still relief. Small steadiness is still steadiness. Small shifts can change the whole night, dear child. If all you can do now is stop fighting yourself, start there. If all you can do is tell the truth about being tired, start there. If all you can do is sit quietly and admit you do need support, start there. You do not have to arrive at perfect peace for my care to begin meeting you. It is already moving toward you in the middle of your unfinished state. Precious one, there is something else I want you to know. Needing support does not make you less mature. Often it is a sign that you are becoming honest. The immature heart says, I must appear invulnerable. The honest heart says, this is too much for me alone. That honesty is not collapse, it is wisdom. It is the opening through which grace often enters most gently. My dear one, I can help you sort what belongs to this season and what does not. I can show you where you are overreaching. I can expose the harsh voices you have mistaken for motivation. I can teach you that tenderness is not the enemy of growth. I can help you live in a way that does not constantly sacrifice your inner life for the appearance of competence. Loved one, you do not have to prove your worth by how much strain you can survive. You do not have to earn care by waiting until you break. You do not have to stay silent until your heart grows numb. There is room here for your need. There is room here for your humanity. There is room here for the quiet admission, I cannot keep doing this the same way. Sweet soul, that admission is not the end. It is the beginning of relief becoming possible. The storm within you does not have to make all your decisions. You can rest first. You can be steadied first. You can be comforted before you figure out every next step. And from that steadier place, light will begin to return to thoughts that have felt crowded and dim. Beloved, come to stillness as you are, not fixed, not fully settled, not entirely certain, just honest. I am with you in this tired hour. Lean your weight here for a while. Let the room grow quieter. Let the urgency loosen where it can. Nothing tender in you is being ignored. Nothing heavy in you is beyond my care. Dear heart, rest now without having to finish the whole story tonight. Leave some things unopened. Leave some answers for another day. be held in what remains unresolved. I will keep watch over what you cannot carry through the night. And when morning comes, you will not meet it without me near, still gentle, still steady, still here. Amen. Beloved family, these messages are created with prayer, care, and sincere dedication. We continue this mission with faith each day. If you feel led to support this ministry, you can find the support link in the description and in the comment box below. May God bless your life with peace and